But there's a lot of interesting things about this country, lots of interesting facts. Like the first one I want to share with you is that there isn't a McDonald's in this country. There is not a McDonald's in this place. Good morning from the top of a hill in Albania. And I just want to show you that mountain range behind me. So they're the mountains that sit behind me. And down there, that is the ocean. So we're going to take a downhill walk. I'm going to be telling you lots of interesting facts about this country of Albania. And I'm also going to try and get a shave as well. That's going to be the plan. Noisy. So I've got to be careful when I'm walking around here, because whether it's true or not, Albania has a reputation of having some extremely bad drivers. Then again, I've been in India. So yeah, it's a country that is certainly quite young in its tourism. It's a country that's trying to grow its tourism. So I'm going to be showing you a place called Dermi. Quite a nice tourist part of this country. You've got those amazing mountains in the background and we're heading down to the beach. But there's a lot of interesting things about this country, lots of interesting facts. Like the first one I want to share with you is that there isn't a McDonald's in this country. There is not a McDonald's in this place. How interesting is that? When you think about McDonald's, I've been in all sorts of places all over the world, and there's always a McDonald's. Always a McDonald's. Turns out Mother Teresa is Albanian. She was actually born in Skopje, which is now the capital of a country called North Macedonia. Mother Teresa is the only Albanian to have ever won the Nobel Peace Prize. The only Albanian. Once again, we're heading that way to the beach. We're gonna make it all the way down to the ocean. And I'm glad this is all a downhill walk. A weird, interesting fact about this place. How in a lot of the world nodding means yes and shaking the head means no. Turns out it's the opposite in this country. To shake your head actually means yes and no. And that's something I'm not actually gonna understand and get my head around. So Albania has quite a mix of religions. They say it's about 60% Muslim in this country. And when I was speaking to a local, they were telling me a lot of the reason that is actually because under the Ottoman rule, the people of Albania had the option. If they wished to convert to Islam, then they actually wouldn't pay taxes. You get 60% Muslim, you also get Orthodox Christian here. Yeah, Albania is quite a mix of religions, but it's everybody gets along. But yeah, in this region, it's just lots of villas, it's lots of hotels, all catering for a growing tourism industry here. You do get tourism here, you get a lot of it, but you don't get so much Western tourism here. And I know it's something this country is trying to grow. They're trying to grow that themselves. It's part of the reason why I'm here. I like to visit the destinations that are always a bit different. So there is an Albanian city, people, called Shkodra. And it turns out there isn't a single traffic light in this city, not one. And it's also one of the oldest cities in the European continent as well. In this country of Albania, it's been ruled by the Ottomans, been ruled by the communists, it's been ruled by Russia and China, and it's also been ruled by Italy. A lot of the food that you get from this place, you find it's very Turkish influenced, very Italian influenced as well. Yeah, an interesting fact about this place and this country in general, you actually get more Albanians that live outside of Albania that live inside. It's one of the few countries where that happens. And this country is home to more than 750,000 nuclear bunkers. I think that's because of its ownership from so many different rulers, especially under Soviet rule. Not being connected to any other part of the Soviet Union was considered a vulnerable place. So therefore, many bunkers were built in this country. Many of them, 750,000. That's one bunker for every 4 people. Wow. And the Albanian language is like no other. It does take some words from the Turkish language, but with regards to languages around Albania, there is no other language that is even close to it. It's considered a very old language as well. And I know you can see the mountains in the back. So Albania is a country which actually is 70% mountainous region. And you know that when you're driving through Albania, you are always driving through or over mountains. And it's amazing to drive across this country. I'm currently in a place called Dermi. seaside coastal part of it. Yeah, Albania, it's the whole country is just a little bit smaller than the US state of Maryland. Known for its bad drivers, so I have to be careful around here. Really nice place to be though. Education is free in Albania, from primary school, secondary school, and it also has one of the best internet in Europe. A lot of the domestic internet and Wi-Fi's in this part of the world actually run on the 5G network. So that provides some of the best internet in Europe. And that does surprise me. That is a surprising one. Something you see a lot in Albania is pumpkins. They're used for decoration here. And I've certainly noticed it just wandering around. You'll just see, and I mean just random pumpkins in like proper random places. And they're not orange, they're like a greeny white. And they're pretty big as well. As I'm abroad, as I'm away, I need to get a shave as well. So that's going to be the plan today. So let's go. So I just got the Albanian shave. Let me know in the comments what you think. And you know what, in comparison to the Indian shave cost 10% of the price and was a lot better. Big shouts to India. India currently tops the shaving league right now. So the next thing, I just need to get to the beach. That is what I do, and I'm gonna get some food as well. But yeah, welcome to Dermi, people. Welcome to Dermi in Albania. So you know how in a lot of the world, the evening meal is the main meal of the day? Completely different here in Albania. It's the meal that you have midday. That's considered their big meal. And then it's a custom in Albania to go for a walk after that meal. It's set to actually combat obesity. And since I read that, I thought I've not really seen any obese Albanians. So if you know me and you knew me in India, you know I love riding the bus. I don't think I'm going to get to ride a bus because you don't get buses in this part of Albania specific, but buses work differently here. So in this country, a bus doesn't operate from a schedule. The bus waits until it's full and then it departs. And I just have no idea how like that would work. Imagine you're late, imagine you're running late for work and you jump on the bus and you just sat there waiting for it to be full. Like that would drive me absolutely crazy. If you're interested in your cars as well, you're gonna see more Mercedes than any other vehicle in this country. And that's so true. You could stand, and I mean, out of every 5 cars, 3 of them are gonna be a Mercedes. Mercedes cars are everywhere. And you see lots of old Mercedes as well. Lots of Mercedes from like the 80s, 90s. A lot of those cars stick around here. Mercedes cars are absolutely everywhere. There's a custom here in Albania, it's called the Kanun. And it's all based around like doing the right thing, loyalty, helping your fellow person, community, and all that comes under something called Kanun. It's like a very collective type community, and you sort of feel that when you're here, the Kanun. So here we are, we made it down to the beach from all the way up that hill. Just been on a bit of a tour of Dermi, got my shave. Today's been a good day. Today has been a good day. You might notice where I am right now, there's a lot going on. So I'm currently here in Albania working on 2 festivals, and we've just finished one event, big shouts to Kala Festival. And then next week we begin another. So we all get today off to do what we want to do. And of course there's nothing more I like to do than grab my phone, grab my gimbal and just get lost. Now I have to send a big shout to these guys. Aromal, if you're ever in Tirana, if you're ever around Albania and you want to eat healthy, you come and see these guys. They make the best smoothies, they make these yogurt pots. Honestly, these guys keep me healthy here. But it's so peaceful. This place has been so busy this whole time, and right now it's just so peaceful. So after all this getting about, I am hungry. I'm gonna go to my favorite restaurant here. It's a place called Chili's, and if you want pizza here in Dermi, you gotta come see Chili's. These guys are the best. I love that backdrop. Welcome to Albania.